Hello, and welcome to today's trending contract, 007's MI6 Work Friends Part 22, set in Berlin and supplied by EMZ Hitgal. So on to our briefing. James Bond has gotten lazy 47 and is taking credit for our kills. Punish him by taking out all of his friends and colleagues at MI6. They'll be well trained, but you are better. I hope you enjoy it. So moving on to our targets, and today we have 5 of them, along with a free map. And for today's challenge, we'll be starting as the biker, and the only item we'll be bringing with us will be a silenced pistol.
This is no fun. I think this channel's pretty
So, right from the start and off the bat, we're going to vacate our comfy sofa. We're going to grab a propane cylinder from under the kitchenette, and we're going to make our way out and into the club area. We're just going to shoot out the camera on the opposite side of the courtyard there. Grab our propane cylinder. We're going to make our way into the club and around to the toilet area, where we will encounter one of our targets. So that would be this guard just to our left here. We'll place our propane cylinder right on the floor there, and we'll come back for him later. So in the meantime, we're going to return back to the biker hangout, and we're going to retrieve the second propane cylinder. And propane cylinders will feature quite heavily in this particular episode. So once we have the second cylinder, making sure that Agent what's his name, Lowenthal I think it is, isn't around at the time, we're going to make our way over to the juice bar area, where we will encounter our first target, currently sitting on the bench having a cigarette. So we're just going to launch the propane cylinder at the bench. That should land somewhere close by to the target, and when he loses interest and goes back to his cigarette, he will blow himself right out of the bench. So 1 target down and 4 more to go. We're now going to make our way up to the roof of the club, and up here we will encounter our next 2 targets. So straight up onto the roof, up the ladder to the top, making sure hopefully Agent Green is not in the area. He's actually just vacated. So we can pull out our silenced pistol, shoot our target in the head, and we're just going to quickly deposit him in the dumpster provided in the stairwell. And we're now going to have to make our way past Agent Green, and our next target is on the far end of the roof. So we're going to make our way down behind the air conditioning units. We're going to grab the propane cylinder from this unit right here while we wait for Agent Green to make his way past. He's going to radio in to his handler saying that he can't see us. Maybe if he wasn't wearing shades at night, you'd be able to spot us a little bit easier. So once he goes past, we can continue on to our next target, who is sat in the chair here having a cigarette. And we want to throw the propane cylinder just by his chair, trying to get it just underneath the chair if possible. That will do nicely, and we're going to move away a safe distance. And once he loses interest, he will go back to his chair, he will light his cigarette, and he will be going on a small trip down to the ground floor. So as you can see, he's a little bit baffled. Where did that propane cylinder come from? Why is it leaking? Never mind, time for a ciggy. And away he goes, up and over the balcony. Yeah, look at that. Nice little backflip. So from here we're going to make our way back into the club via the skylight, and this will bring us out much closer to our next target than I would have anticipated, if I can remember which way to go. So it's this way off to our left, and just beyond this black screen here we will re-encounter our first propane cylinder, and all we're going to do is wait right here for our target to return as part of his patrol. I'm going to just put one bullet into the propane cylinder while we have the opportunity. So this gentleman will come along and investigate, but hopefully he will move away before our target arrives, which he hasn't, but he will be leaving rather quickly, and as soon as he's out of the blast radius we can put a second bullet into the propane cylinder, and that is target number 4 dealt with. So we're going to make our way now to the stairwell, and we are going to head all the way down to the lowest level of the club and our final target, Mr. Hirschmuller himself. And we do have to keep an eye out for Agent Montgomery, my absolute nemesis on this level, because he uses a lot of the stairs. He has quite a large area of coverage, and we tend to run into him very unexpectedly very often. And obviously, being an ICA agent, he is also an enforcer. So there he is, he's just heading down the stairs now. So he will not be too much of an issue. We can make our way straight into Hirschmuller's office, and we're gonna throw our propane cylinder just on the floor by the cardboard box there. That's not brilliant, but it will do. We're just gonna wait for Agent Montgomery to leave. He will be outside the door briefly for a little while, and we want him to get nice and far away before we detonate the final cylinder, otherwise he will come running straight into us. And once that's all done, we can head for the nearby exit in the basement. So there we go, one more trending contract taken care of, and we have confirmation all of our targets have been eliminated according to plan. We had no objectives, and we gain a silent assassin rating. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.